century now, Vogue magazine, the Bible of the fashion industry, has been wielding its editorial power over the consumers of fashion. Considered by many to be the ultimate authority on what will or won't be in, the Vogue editors have the influence to make or break the careers of the designers who grace its pages. We recently spent some time with the people responsible for creating the magazine whose name is synonymous with style.
I think that anyone in fashion has always been fixed on Vogue. You know, Vogue is like the wish book. It's the fantasy. It's fashion.
Launched in 1892 as a style guide for New York's social elite, Vogue magazine has managed to hold up a mirror to our time since its very inception. While the magazine is no longer aimed solely at the queens of society, its ability to attract leading experts in all fields of design has long made it the essential journal for all those interested in fashion.
The talent that passes through this magazine is invaluable. I mean, you have so much to learn if you pay attention while you're here. And also the people, we are working with the top league here. This is not the junior league at all. It is the best that money can buy.
That's great.
We got that one too.
Yeah, we have.
Anna Wintour has been the empress at Vogue for almost 3 years now. As editor-in-chief, she's responsible for what does and doesn't enter the magazine and holds one of the most highly visible roles in the fashion world. Since arriving on the scene after replacing Grace Mirabella, Wintour has received both praise and criticism for giving the magazine a more youthful look.
I mean, the average age of the Vogue reader is 29, so there's a lot of women under and a lot of women older. And, you know, we watch the readership very carefully. And, you know, we have got, I think a year younger than when I first came to the magazine, but that's all. I think if you're interested in fashion, you're interested in fashion. And I always say I defy anyone to find a woman who wants to look old.
How do you come up with ideas for covers?
Cover ideas pretty much come from whatever the hottest trend of the season is. If it's red, then we'll do a red cover. Covers should come out of sitting sometimes. You sort of plan a cover shot in there in a story, but what happens if it doesn't, somewhat we'll pull together 6 great looks, and whichever 2 look the best, we'll spend a day doing them. And then you edit and edit and edit and edit to get the right one.
One is weaned on Vogue, so it's like it's it. You feel like you've arrived. Vogue says it's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God, this is so chic. One of the benefits of working at Vogue is having the privilege of screening all the collections before anyone else gets to see them. While we were there, a group of editors were being shown Oscar de la Renta's latest creations, which represented just a handful of the estimated 10,000 outfits staff members preview each season.
God, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
While they claim not to dictate to women, Vogue staff members wield a great deal of influence over what people will wear, and in a sense decide not only will be in Vogue the magazine, but in Vogue throughout the world.
In certain stories, I am trying to make an influence or to start something. Like if I'm interested in lingerie and it's not really out there, it's because I want it to start. And maybe there was just a little bit around and Anna has allowed us to do it in my pages or stuff like that. But then there are times that it's just, hey, you should look like this.
Vogue first began to include photographs in its pages in 1913, and with talent like Irving Penn and Horst, the magazine virtually set the standards for the art of photography in this century. While images continue to play a crucial role at Vogue, some claim there's more to the magazine than just pretty pictures.
I think that women really look to Vogue as much to the features in Vogue as they do for the fashion, because I mean, people always say, oh, well, it's just a fashion magazine. But I think just because you're interested in fashion doesn't mean you're an airhead, you know. And I think that we really do cover the arts in great detail. We have the best writers. We certainly have a terrific editorial on women's issues. And this is something that we absolutely intend to continue.
Of course, it sometimes takes a bit of work to actually find the articles. In a recent 634-page issue, 434 of the pages were advertisements. At an average price of $40,000 apiece, ad revenues for a single edition can far surpass $17 million. In the final analysis, it seems Vogue is much like the fashion industry itself, an odd mixture of commerce and creativity.
You're living a lot of worlds when you work at Vogue, and you have to love fashion. If you do, then this is a great place to be.